Hi there, welcome to Storytime with Miss Andrea, reading on behalf of the Loveland Public Library. As always, before we read stories, we have to get our wiggles out. Can you stand up for me, please? I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my ears. And I wiggle my nose. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my chin. I stretch my arms wide and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows. I wiggle my knees. I hop like a bunny. And I smile and say, cheese. Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I'll sit on the floor as still as can be. Fantastic. So this week we have Earth Week coming up, and that's a day that we celebrate how much we love the planet that we live on, how much we love the animals that live there, the people that live there, the plants and trees that live there, the oceans on our planet, the mountains, how beautiful everything is. So we're going to talk a little bit about reducing what we use and consume, and reusing things, and recycling. Our first book today is called Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. It's by Simms Tabeck, and let's watch how he reuses everything. Joseph had a little overcoat. It got old and worn. See how many patches he has in it? And so he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair. Joseph had a little jacket, but it got old and worn. And he made a vest out of it, and he danced at his nephew's wedding. Joseph had a little vest. It got old and worn. So he made a scarf out of it and sang in the men's chorus. Joseph had a little scarf. It got old and worn. So he made a necktie out of it and went to visit his married sister in the city. Joseph had a little necktie, but it got old and worn. Think he's going to throw it away? So he made a handkerchief out of it and drank a glass of hot tea with lemon. Joseph had a little handkerchief. It got old and worn. How about now? Think he's going to throw it out now? So he made a button out of it, and he used it to fasten his suspenders. Joseph had a little button, but one day he lost it. Now he had nothing. So Joseph made a book about it, which always goes to show you can always make something out of nothing. So Joseph didn't throw away his jacket when it got old. He made it into something else, right? He reused it. He upcycled it maybe. So we can do that too to help save the planet and not put as many items in our landfills, right? Right. All right, I have a silly little rhyme for you. I have some bottles of juice over here. I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bottles of juice on the wall, 5 bottles of juice. Put one in the recycling bin. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bottles of juice on the wall. 4 bottles of juice on the wall. 4 bottles of juice. Put one in the recycling bin. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. 3 bottles of juice on the wall. 3 bottles of juice on the wall. 3 bottles of juice. Put one in the recycling bin. How many are left? 2, 1, 2. 2 bottles of juice on the wall. 2 bottles of juice on the wall. 2 bottles of juice. Put one in the recycling bin. 1 bottle of juice on the wall. 1 bottle of juice on the wall. 1 bottle of juice. Put one in the recycling bin. 0 bottles of juice on the wall. Fantastic. Can you get your clapping hands out and help me say goodbye? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Bye, 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 bye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. For those of you who might want it. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Thank you so much for coming to Storytime today. Happy Earth Day.